Welcome. Welcome so much for coming. Start with your bridge posture. Let your feet be on the mat. You're going to take an inhale and on your exhale, curl up and curl down. This is your time so you can let go of all your worries from the past and for the future and be here now. Curl up through your back and down. Now, as you do this, you're rolling up one vertebra at a time to wake up the back. You're breathing in through the nose. Keep doing your bridge. I'm just going to cue us a little bit. You're breathing in through your nose. On your exhale, you're gently pulling your abdominals in. The abs are not critical to do the bridge, but it's a great place to practice starting how you can use the exhale to pull your belly in. And you can also contract your pelvic floor on the exhale as if you had to control your bladder muscles. So you're like you had to use a restroom, but you cannot find one. You're just contracting those sphincter muscles up, your belly pulling in. And we'll do two more of these bridges. The back already feels better. It's warming up. Take one more. Inhale, curl up. Now go to your shoulders and then see if both hip bones are level and take a moment to enjoy the decompression in the spine. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2. Now on the 1, curl your spine back down. Leave your feet on the floor for just a moment, hands behind your head. On your exhale, put a peach underneath your chin and curl the spine up into a basic crunch. We're going to start basic because we're going to review some cues. When you crunch, your belly pulls in. If you're not sure what it's doing, look at it or put your hand on it, and it should be pulling in. We are going to add on, if you feel good, lift your feet up on an imaginary table. We'll call tabletop. If you're feeling good, you can add on right shoulder to left knee. Exhale, left shoulder to right knee. Right shoulder to left knee. Left shoulder to right knee. If this doesn't feel right, go back to the previous modification where the feet are on the floor, or you can use your body band behind your head to help lift your shoulder, or your head off the mat. Now pull your toes back. We're going to stretch those toes. They don't get much attention in our daily life, so spread those toes out like you have monkey feet. 10, 9, 8, good, 7, 6, 5, lift the shoulder blades enough that you don't feel your neck, 3, 2, recover for a moment by pulling your legs into your belly. Take an inhale. On the exhale, stretch your legs up. One hand behind your right leg, left leg lowered, tuck the chin, curl the shoulder blades off the mat. Inhale. On the exhale, exchange, hold for a moment, inhale. Exhale, exchange, hold for a moment, inhale. Exhale, exchange, hold, and again, hold, and as you're here, belly pulls in, keep your cadence. I'm going to just talk about the cues. Pull the toes back. The abs should be feeling a lot warmer than 5 minutes ago. 5, 4, 3, good. And if you need to, your modification is leave the head on the pillow and do baby scissors. One more set. 1, recover. Hands to your inner ankles. Press the knees out wide, down angle. This is a pectineus stretch for the inner thighs. You can rock a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's do one more here for the supine abs before we add on. Hands behind your head. Lift up your feet. Lift your shoulder blades off the mat. Lower the legs. Now then bring them to vertical. You can add a flex and you can add a point. Now, as you do this, how low do you go? You go as low as you can maintain your ribs on the mat. So it's not very low if you have really strong or long levers, but it is very effective. So the quality is more important than how low you go. Lift your shoulder blades up. This is an easy one to drop down. 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Let your feet down. Get ready. We're going to curl the spine up and bridge, just like we did at the beginning of class. Go back down. Either do this or lift up the right leg and do one-footed bridge. Up and curl down. And exhale up and curl down. And curl. And that's great. So this is an option. If you need to stick with both feet, please do. 7, 8, 9. Lower that other foot. If you're doing the single bridge, we're evening you out. Left leg up. Drop the booty. Go up and down. This is, you want to feel the right booty and hamstring working. This is so important for a healthy back. 7, 8, beautiful. 9, 10, both feet down. Inhale. On the exhale, lower down. We're going to sneak in some more abs. Right shin in, left leg out about 45 degrees. Pull the shoulder blades off the mat. Inhale to the back and sides of your ribs. Exhale the belly in. Inhale to the back and sides of the ribs. Exhale, pull the belly in. That way you don't lose your abs. When you inhale, you're sniffing a short breath to the outer posterior lateral ribs, the outside backside of the ribs. That way you can preserve the abdominals pulling in because you need the abs here. Pull the toes back. 10, 9, 8, belly in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, recover. Take the legs out like a big V, and you're going to feel the inner thighs and some inner hamstrings. It's going to be harder than those bent knee stretches because the muscles cross 2 joints. So it's okay if you feel a little tighter in these than when you held the feet in. 10, make sure the knees don't hurt. Soften what they do. 9, to make it more advanced, pull your toes back. 8, 7, 6, exhales, or just relaxing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's sneak in another ab. Pull your legs in like you're doing a cannonball in a swimming pool. Lift up your shoulder blades and stretch and hug. Stretch and hug. Inhale, exhale, stretch and hug. Reach out. Now when you reach out, it's so easy to lose the abs. So you want to keep your ribs on the floor. You want to keep pulling the belly in. Look at it if you're not sure. Your gaze is probably down at your belly or between your inner thighs. 3 more. 2, 1. Feet back down. Inhale. Curl your spine up. Now once you're up, lift your right leg. And if you'd like to add on, lower the leg and lift it. This is called leg pull. You're going to lower it towards the front of the room. Lift it back to vertical or wherever you feel a hamstring stretch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Enjoy the hamstring stretch. 9, enjoy the level hips. 10, we're going to lower that beautiful foot. Make sure the hips are level. Once you know they are, left leg up. Inhale. 3, 4, 5, keep going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower that beautiful foot. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Nice. Right ankle to left thigh. Reach that hand through the window. This is a figure 4 stretch. This is a deep 6 external rotators. You're fine to wiggle and rock if you'd like. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. See if you can relax your jaw. We all have areas of tension where we tend to hold on. You can see if you can make the stretch about the muscle we're stretching, relaxing, and the other areas that you know you tend to hold stress in, relaxing. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do that other ankle of thigh. Reach that hand through. You can also rock here. Five, 4, feels so good. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do a wonderful bicycle ride. This is the easiest way to do it. If you put your hands on your abs, you can feel that you're working. If you put your feet a little further away from you, you can feel that it's harder to maintain the ribs to the mat. If you'd like to add on, bicycle your way up to your booty, bicycle your way back, bicycle your way up, and look at how your hands can assist you. But I know you want harder, so if you want harder, cross your arms on your chest. And let's do a few things with this bicycle. Pretend like you're riding a tiny little unicycle, a tiny little kid's bike. See how hard that is when you make it a tiny? Let's do that 2 more times. Just have fun. Your abs are going to work in the learning curve. Now act like you're riding one of those really old-timey ones, the big ones at a circus. Use the abs to do a big paddle. Okay, so both are hard, right? All are hard. 4 more. And you know, you can put your hands out if you want. I see you making all sorts of things. This is great. Either way, you're going to feel your abs. 2 more. 2. Take 1 more. It's Plank Monday, so you know we have to save time for that. Take a big body stretch. Hands by your side. That was fun. Leg up. Leg circles. Imagine you're drawing a beautiful circle on the sky. And the way to make this a little harder is you can take your right hip off the floor. You see how I took the hip off the floor? And then keep doing the circle. The shoulders are Velcro to the mat regardless of the variation you're doing. So a little harder is to take that right hip off the mat, but keep the shoulders down. You can also just do them really standard and leave the pelvis down and the shoulders. Now let's do 10 the other direction. If you have a hip click and you cannot get rid of it, decrease your range of motion. We don't want to create friction. 1 pop is okay, like a synovial fluid release of air, but you don't want to be clicking and creating friction. Tendons over bones. All right, let's do 1 more to make it 10 and 10. Take that leg and just leave it in a little stretch while you point and flex it. Move that ankle, point and flex. Spread the toes. Now roll that ankle. All the while you feel a hamstring stretch. Roll the ankle the other way. And just pull it in where the belly of the muscle feels the stretch, not the knee, not the sit bone. 5, 3, other leg cores, 2. That looks beautiful. Nice, Cheryl. And then switch it up. The other leg comes up. The leg that we just worked is down. Add circles and then determine, are you going to do that harder variation where you lift the hip, or are you going to keep the hip stable? No matter what, your shoulder blades are velcroed lightly to the floor, almost like lily pads on a beautiful swamp or pond. Inhale. The bigger the circle, the harder it is, but you want to make sure there's no hip clicking, no repeated hip clicking. Decrease your range of motion if there is. Also, you can sometimes internally rotate the femur to get at that. And you're going to circle the other way if you haven't already started. 8, because you can self-monitor. 7, when your leg's far away from you, that's when the abs, you need them more because the ribs would kick off the mat. But not us. We're going to keep our abs pulling our ribs down. 2. Now, when you have done 10 and 10, leave that leg in the air. Point and flex and add the toes. If you can see your ceiling or the sky, you can see space between each of the toes. They're individual toes. Ideally, they move individually. And then add a roll, an ankle roll, multiple, and go the other way. We want to keep those flexible. If you have any aging parents, this is a great, easy exercise they can do in a chair to help their mobility and even blood flow. Both legs come up. Now they're glued like a ribbons between them. Your hands are on the floor like you're framing your hips. Now draw a giant circle if you can. And once you're in vertical, go the other way. The lower you go, this is corkscrew, the harder it is to keep the ribs on the mat. But that's the goal, ribs on the mat. Exhale, right there's the hard part. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the legs together. If your sacrum needs more cushion, take the time to double up the mat. I'll just demo in case it's you, because you always want to take care of your bones, take care of your joints. I was going to say we only have 1 per life, but a lot of times people get replacements. But we only have the original parts. We want to take care of those. How about 1 each way? 1 and 1. And then take those legs out like a big fat V. Hold on to the inner thigh stretch. Pull your toes back. So every class we do something with the toes, the feet, the ankles, and that's what's holding our whole foundation up. So it's a deliberate cue. It's always something you can do on a day off, like ankle rolls. Take advantage of the knowledge you're learning in the classes for your recovery days. We're going to take a little climb a tree. Let the left foot down and lengthen the right leg. Now, your first option is to take a basic crunch, just like we started off with. But if you would like to climb a tree, you can 5 times. Use that leg as a little help. Now, another trick is this foot that's on the floor, put it away from you a little bit. Sometimes that foot away from you will help you get up. Yes, you need to weight on that side of the fulcrum. 2 more. 2, stretch. And 1, stretch. Now we're going to switch it up. The other leg comes up, inhale, and exhale. 1, a little stretch. Exhale, 2. Good, you're trying to come up with control. 3, good morning. You got it. 4, 1 more. Now you may just take a full body stretch, or if you want to have both feet up, you can exhale up. Looks gorgeous. Inhale. Exhale up. 2, 3. Good. We're going to slow it down because it's more painful. 4, like you're going through molasses. 5, hold. 5, 4, 3. Now watch this. Take 5 to go down. 5, 4, 3. You got it. You got it. Got it. 2 and 1. Rest. Woo! Take a little breather. And if your mat was under you, you can fix it now. I'm going to show a fun way to get up. But if you don't want to do this, just get up your own way. It looks like this. You bicycle up, you cross your ankles, you put your hands on the floor, and you step or jump back. Good. If you didn't want to do that, do it your own way. Hold here, or if you would prefer, go into a forearm plank. This is your choice, but hold. I'm going to go through the cues. Your hands or forearms are strong. They're underneath your shoulders. You're making sure the shoulder blades are flat on the back. It's called shoulder blade stability. Your low back is going to try to drop because gravity is constantly pulling us down. You almost have to pull your belly button up towards the spine to counteract that. Your knees are energized. They're not saggy. Each toe has equal weight. Sometimes the pinky toe won't have equal weight because it's a lot shorter, but you don't want to be like sickling out the ankles. You want to have the heels vertical. 3, 2, 1. Now, some type of recovery. If you care for a child's pose, this is a great chance. If your knees don't like that flexion, leave your booty up. We are going to take a side plank. Now I'm going to face you. You can do this with your hand or your elbow. Take an inhale. This is Plank Monday. Come up. 20, 2, 3, yes, 4, 5, 6. This is vertical. 7, 8. This is not poking forward. It's with your abs. You have a little tone here. This hip isn't sagging. It's lifting. Your head isn't dropping. It's in line with the rest of your spine. Good. I love it. 3, 2. Now I'm going to face you. So I'm going to actually turn my whole body this way. If you want to just turn around, you can. Or you can face me too so I can see you. And up. Here we go. 20. This is vertical. This is key. 4, 5. Make sure your ribs aren't poking out. 6, 7. Head's against an imaginary wall. 8, 9. The bottom hip is active. 10. We're strengthening the abductors. 13, 16. Inhale. On the exhale, back to a forearm plank. Elbows underneath your shoulders. If you'd like to add on, push forward, push back. Push forward, push back through the heels. Forward, back, forward, back. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to turn to our side. If you need to rest, please do. I'm going to just do some of these planks. We're going to do well with them. We're going to go up. We're going to thread the needle with our arm and our torso. We're going to go up with an inhale. Exhale, thread. Long arm, like there's a tree in front of you. You're hugging. And exhale, 4. And exhale, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ta-da! Pause. Let's go to the other side. Let's do this. This was really good. If your bone likes more support, you can always do this. Lift up. Now with an inhale, On your exhale, we're gonna rotate, rotate. Your hips are gonna stay forward to me. They're like headlights. Your bottom hip is lifted. Good. Keep going. I'm looking at you. 4. Good, Michelle. 5. Good, Rick. Good, Karen. 7. Good, Rusty. 8. Good, Rosie. 9. And we did it. Hold it. Ta-da. And then pause. We're going back to the other side. So you're doing great. Double it if you care for it. This is pretty fun. Your arm's gonna reach over. This is how it goes. Your elbow goes to your knee. If you don't want this one, maybe just do the arm today. Give yourself a goal of just the arm. 3, or just count. 4, or just the knee. 5, but that bottom hip is gonna try to sag. 6, you're not gonna let it. 7, there's a shark under your hip. 8, and you don't want it to eat your hip. 9, and 10, hold, ta-da. Inhale, other side. So we're gonna switch. You're doing so well. This elbow is really vertical. That's pretty key for shoulder health. This arm reaches out because we're gonna reach and we're gonna pull. Inhale. Here we go, elbow to knee, or if you were doing a modification, maybe you're doing just the arm. It's almost like you're a kid and you're telling a trucker to blow his horn. You pull that arm. Exhale, 5, you're crunching your abs. 6, you think about your abs. You think about this hip. 7, it's mindful. 8, you can do it. 9, hang in there. 10, okay, rest those little hips. We're gonna take a psychological break. Exhale, forward fold. Inbound angle, shake it out. Good, Cheryl. Good, Marty. Good, Michelle. Michelle, you've got a dog. I kept thinking that was Pam, but that's your dog. Okay, got it. The dogs and the cats love to do the Pilates with us. So just relax. Let your neck soften. Your elbows can push your hips down. Enjoy this moment of reprieve. Good, Evie. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now this is a great posture if you ever need to modify. I am going to add on. So let's go back to planks, but just remember this is a good backup plan. So in the plank, we're going to do a little movement, and I used to call it 21. You're going to be on the forearms, so get ready. Hold normal plank. If you need to modify, go to your knees or your hips, and then open up, side plank. This is 2. Now you come back to a normal plank, pause. This is 3. Open up, the other side. This is 4. Come down, elbows under. Where were we? 6. Open up. 7. Now go to forearm. Hold. 8. Open up. 9. Front plank. 10. Remember, if you need to rest, do. Open up. 11. Forearm plank. 12. Open up. 13. Forearm plank. 14. Open up. 15. Forearm plank. 16. You're doing great. Open up. 17. Forearm plank. 18. Open up. 19. Forearm plank. 20. Go to the other side. 21. And then we just take a restorative pose. It could be a child pose. It could be a puppy dog pose. If you did child's pose earlier and you want a little difference, bend your elbows, pat yourself on the upper back. And now preparing for everyone's favorite exercise, push-ups. One way to do push-ups is on the wall, standing up on a counter. Another way, there's 3 ways to do it easily down here. One is a cube. So even if push-ups are really hard, this cube is a really short lever. The other way is put your knees a little further back and you're in a modified plank. The other way is on your toes, but the form's more important to me. So the ear is in line with the shoulder. We're gonna do 15, even if you have to break it up in 3 sets of 5. Your belly's gonna try to drop, but you're not gonna let it.
Energize your ribs, lifting them up. That head isn't dropping. I've got to turn to you so I can see you. 7, good Marty, good Betty. 8, good Michelle, good Cheryl. Good, inhale, good. Karen head pulls back just a hair. Yep. All right, 5, good, better Catherine. 4, 3, good. 2, lift your ribs a little bit, Polly, towards the sky. Yep, that's it. That made your abs work. Very good. Now child pose, bend your elbows, pat your back. And then we're going to do a funky plank. So this is elbows or hands. Go to plank. Now act like there's water underneath your hips, and you're going to dip your left hip in the water, dip your right hip in the water, dip your left hip, dip your right hip. You're rotating a bit. So we're going to take 10, 9, or like you're listening to music, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the plank, hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Recover. Good. I am going to face you for a moment more. This is the Swans. These are some of my favorite because of the way that posture gets worse without intervention. So that's one of my mission statements, is that our posture is going to improve. We're going to go up, hover. Your hands hover. This is thoracic extension. So important for the upper back. Belly pulls away from the floor like there's a piece of ice underneath your belly button. If you'd like to add on, press your hands. Go up, up, one rib at a time. Your neck is so clear you could move it. Your shoulder blades are down the back. Pull your belly up so it doesn't sag, because that's what's a tendency. Just enjoy. 5, 4, 3, 2, lower down. We're going to do that 2 more times. No hands, hover. Just breathe and let your breath inhale you up. Now add your hands pushing. And hold. 8, 7, good, Marty. 6, good. 5, that's it, very good. Your shoulder blades are down the back, core. Your breath is setting this as a normal place for your back to be. You're training your body that this is normal. You have a beautiful upright posture. Exhale, lower down. Now, if you ever need a rest pose, please take it. We are going to do one more set right here. So when you're ready, inhale, lift. This is you without any help. This is your beautiful upper back getting better in extension rather than the alternative, which is worse. So hands push. Press, press, press. And find that place. 10, 9, good morning. 8, 7, good, Catherine. 6, good, Cheryl. 5, your neck is so clear, you could move it at any time. You have energy in the toes, but they're not death gripping. On your inhale, prepare. On your exhale, lower down. Leave your hands down like a pillow. Lift up your right leg. Now lift up your left leg. Lift up your right leg. Now your left leg. You're just going to keep alternating. This is an area that gets forgotten. The lot of sitting that we do in our life, driving, it gives the glutes some amnesia. So what we're doing is waking up some muscles that are critical for balance, critical for back care, critical for a healthy gait, walk pattern. Now you're trying to make each leg lift equally high. You want to feel your booty and you want to feel your hamstring without rocking your pelvis. If you'd like to add on, let those arms, right arm and left leg, left arm and right leg, diagonal, posterior oblique chain, it's called, oblique chain. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg, but no neck congestion. Lower your shoulder blades to keep that neck congestion out. If you'd like it harder, act like your belly's on a raft in a swimming pool, and you're gonna make those arms and legs continue, and I've just sped it up. You can make a syncopated breath. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, sniff, sniff, exhale, exhale. Keep going. Every time you exhale, it's a chance for the belly to pull in. Just do the best with all the cues I'm giving you. Whatever works, works. Now relax into a child pose. In this child's pose, walk your hands to one side until you feel a stretch from your left pinky to your left hip. Walk it over. I'm going to look at you. Good, Betty. Keep walking and have some fun. Act like you're clamped and you want to see the sunshine. Open up your rib. You're adding a layer of intuition and body wisdom onto the macro cue of the stretch. Exhale, walk the fingers far to the other side. Now this is my dominant side. It's going to be tighter. See what you feel. Walk it over. Stretch. Open. Let your breath expand those muscles. It's a second layer of stretch when you deliberately direct the breath to the muscles you're stretching. That's going to help with energy levels if we can take nicer breaths, fuller breaths, and our posture's more great. Come on back. This time, hands and knees. If you do not like pressure underneath your knees, you can double your mat, or you can curl your toes and lift up right away. We're going to make cat-cow. Or if you want it to be the beast, lift your knees and make it the beast. Keep your knees low to the floor for more intensity. 4, exhale. 3, the beast. 2, make it into a down dog, and you may have to adjust your feet, you may not. It's okay. Just shake out your neck, make it your own. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So drop it to a beast, down dog. Press back. Beast, down dog. Inhale, exhale. Now either keep doing that, or if you can take an up dog, it looks like this. If that's too much, go back to the beast, down dog. Please make it your own class. This is up to you. Good. They all feel good to me. The movement should feel good. Even if they're challenging, it feels good. Sort of like a dog waking up from a nap. 2, 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Hold. Knees gently down. Toes curl under. This is going to stretch out the feet. Push back. You see how the feet are straight up and down. Unless you have an active plantar fasciitis or metatarsalgia or there's any pain, then just put your feet flat. But this is a deliberate stretch, especially with the change of seasons. You go from cold boots to more of a tennis shoe. Your feet have to adjust to the new type of shoe. So we're stretching out those muscles. And then come to a forearm plank. This is going to be an extra cue. So normal elbow plank or forearm plank. If you need to modify, go to your knees. Now, there's not much going to happen with the bones, but I want you to energetically pull your elbows towards your feet and your feet towards your elbows. Pull your pubic bone up towards your xiphoid or sternum and your xiphoid towards your pubic bone. So basically, you're kind of crunching everything together. Even though the bones don't move, you're going to feel an extra layer of contraction in those abs. Pull the elbows towards the feet, pull the feet towards the elbow, even though you don't really move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. It adds so much, right? Like 20%.
That's amazing.
Yes, amazing. Audience says it's amazing. Let your elbows down underneath your shoulders. It adds so much. Go up. Now, this is optional. This is a tree pose modified, but if you want a tree pose a little harder, all right, if you are still doing well, add a little bladder flexion and hold. Gorgeous. Have fun. 8, 5, 4, breathing. 3, 2. Now with care, we lower our hip so that we never collapse on this shoulder. That's how people get shoulder injuries. So we're going to switch it. That was great. Now, elbow underneath your shoulder. The possible option was this is a modified on the floor, or you can put it on your calf or your inner thigh. Exhale, tree. Now, if you add on, it's a little more lateral flexion. Where can you keep it? Where can you keep breathing? 9, 8, your face is soft. 7, 6, your hips lift. 5, you're looking great. 4, it's constant observation. 3, because some cue will go and then you bring it back in. 2, now with care, this shoulder, the transition is very important. Switch sides, very good. Elbow, we're gonna paint some rainbows because it's such a pretty day. We're gonna take this hand on the hip. We're gonna go up and over, big rainbow, and then back. Now I'm lowering my hip, but I'm not resting. And up, and it's just this gorgeous Roy G. Biv color rainbow. 3, exhale, 4, inhale, exhale, 5, 6, it's like you're stretching plus working, the best. 7, now we're doing 10. If you need a rest, do 8, but if you can join, when you can join, 9, you're strong. 10, and let's take it to the other side. Those beautiful rainbows. Let's make more rainbows. This elbow is very supported. Then I'm not giving up for bone reasons. I want my bones to be happy. Inhale. We've got this. Rainbow. Rainbow. So I've given myself a little challenge to touch the floor every time. You could say your own challenge. What is your challenge? 5, lift the hips. Breathe every time. 6, tell your body you're having fun. Pull it. 7, and then it becomes fun. 8, you create an intention. Lifting up. 9, strength. 10, and relax. Perfect. Now we're going to have a seat. This is a way to have a psychological break as well as a muscle break. Open up and go down. If the seated stretches aren't for you, one thing you can do is put a pillow under there, but the other thing you can do is lie and do them like this. Otherwise, just let your eyes relax. Let it go. Now I'm going to look at you for form, but you keep relaxing. Good, Karen. I like it. And relax. Good. I like that. I like how you're just having fun with that. Good, Abby. Good morning. Your exhales are a way to consciously relax the muscles. That's just as important as knowing how to contract a muscle. The left arm is going to now go to the inner right knee. Your right arm is going to go up and over. If it feels too hard to keep your balance, this hand can go on the outside of your body. That's it. Beautiful. Yeah, I like that arm underneath too, Catherine. This is Ribcage Expansion. The intercostals are the ribs, the muscles between the ribs, secondary respiratory muscles. By breathing and expanding them, you're keeping the fascia really healthy and pliant. Young, healthy, springy fascia. You see an animal running in the wild and they're springy and light. That's how we want to be with our fascia. Intuitively moving. It's hard to get out of a stretch this good, but we are going to take the other side. Inhale. Exhale. The hand goes to the inner knee. The other arm goes up and over. Really lift up and over. That way you don't grab that bottom rib on flesh, which shouldn't be uncomfortable. Breathe into the rib cage. Good, Karen. It's almost easier if you can grab your toe because it gives you this little proprioceptive loop. But if you can't, don't worry. Five, 4, 3, 2. We're going to go right down the middle. Now notice how much more flexible you are. Isn't that neat? And then let go. Head rest 10. Three, 2, walk it back up with care. Let those legs come together. I'm going to demo from the side, reverse plank. The first option is bent knee, which is modified. This is the one I'm going to show first. You guys are familiar. Your fingertips reach your booty, towards your booty. You lift up. If that's not working out, that's when you do this. So let's go with an inhale on the exhale lift. And if you have a foam roller, this is a really nice one to put your heels on the foam roller because it makes your knees not bend backwards. So I'm not even hyper extensively built, but this one I have to really work to micro bend the knees. 5, good. You know, the backup plank can be the bound angle. 4, tuck your chin a little bit, Polly. Yeah, look down a little. Good. 3, that neck is looking at your toes. The inner heel is getting just as much weight as the outer heel. Exhale, relax. Nice. Now, this is going to be a fun 1-minute roll down. Get ready. Micro bend the knees. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Act like a scoop of ice cream with a scooper. Went down your belly like an ice cream scooper. See how I flexed in the video? 10. This is where you can use your hands if you want. 20. Squeeze your knees together. 30. Add your pelvic floor on your exhales. Like you have to use the restroom, but you cannot find one. Contract. 40. 50. Work that area right near your shoulder blades because that's where the abs are really firing in and it's no longer hip flexor. Inhale, full body stretch. Woo! All right, this one's for fun. Feet on the floor like we started, basic crunch. That's your backup plan. But if you'd like to, I'm going to offer the roll up, the roll down. Now, if that does not go well and you're kicking and wildly throwing and it just so discouraging, then you go back to the other one. That is just fine. Otherwise, this is a really beautiful way to get strong and stretched. You see the sequencing of the spine? Your hands almost naturally go into a ballerina mode. Over this beach ball, imagine there's a little beach ball here. Scoop your abs like you have ice cream scoop. Inhale. If that's going well, I'm going to offer this other way, which is really fun. It's called neck pull in Pilates, but basically you hinge like a book. Hinge, hinge, hinge. When you cannot hinge anymore, you flex. Now coming up is harder because we're overcoming gravity's pull. Try not to yank your arms. Do the best you can though. You can always change your arms until you can do it on your own. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Here we are hinging, 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 hinging. Flexion. Very good. The control is what I like about this. You're in the moment, which is so good for our parasympathetic system. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Belly in. Lift your back up a little bit more, Betty. You're longer. Yes, better, 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 better. Then roll, then roll. In exhale, come up, go over, and I'll explain that, Betty, what I meant. Now, right here, you're tall. You're 90 degrees. Like I'm standing behind you, and I've got my back, my leg in your back. Hinge, and pretty soon your body's going to say, yeah, I can't do this much longer. I'm going to have to roll. But I'm going to work it. 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 Squeezing my legs. Okay, right about here. Roll. And go up 2 more. Over. Hinge. Good, Betty. Good, Polly. Yeah, the arms are really fun. Add those on. And then down. When you get there, it's going to be a full body stretch. That's the reward. Good, steady, lift, and then roll when you get full body stretch. Shift through your arms, shift through your legs if you're climbing a ladder on the floor. Let one leg goes past the other, one arm goes past the other. 4, 3, 2, inhale, and exhale. And then we're going to put our feet back on the floor. Take the right ankle on the left thigh, or you can do this two-footed. The option is to go up and down with your ankle on the thigh. The other modification is both feet down. So take either one, 10, 9, 8, 7. So any sacroiliac issues, you may want to do 2 feet on the floor. If in doubt, do 2 feet. Now, right foot down, we're going to do ankle to thigh, cross the other. Here we go. This knee's opening up gently. 10. When you go high, you're making sure you don't just go slamming into the back. You want the booty to work. You want the hamstrings. You don't want to just go as high as you can, all arched, and the low back's taking all the weight. We don't want the low back to take all the load. 3. You want this booty and hamstring to work. 2. Now, both feet down. Stay up. 1 inch pulses in neutral. Your knees over your heel. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now lift your heels. Act like you have on high heels, but all the toes have weight. Baby pulses. 10, 9, 8. You're doing great hanging in there, breathing. Lower your heels. Don't move your feet. Touch your knees. Like you have an acorn between your knees. Up and down. 10. This is more inner hamstring, inner glute. 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep your feet in the same place. Open your knees. Like you have a big watermelon between your knees. Now up and down, baby pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. All the fibers of the glutes. Inner, outer, and medial. Now lower down, hands to feet. Happy baby. Open up that big toe if that's what tends to be tight on you. 5. More pinky toe maybe. Or straighten out your second toe if it's a little bit tending towards a hammer. 5, 4, 3. All right, optional bicycle, cross your ankles, step or jump back. If that doesn't work out, just get there any way you can. Roll down. Interlace the fingers, lift up your arms, lift up your belly, or your chest, lift up your thighs. I'm going to look at you for a moment. Yep. Nice. If you cannot do that, leave your toes down and just do the upper body. If your hands don't reach, just put them beside you. This is a great posture and shoulder opener. 5. When you breathe, you're going to naturally go up and down. 4, 3. Lift up higher. 2. Relax. Switch your hands the other way. My right pinky is on the outside, so now my left one is. Lift up. Belly. Pulling in. Make sure there's no wrinkles in your neck. You're probably going to be looking down, although I tend to close my eyes when I'm in the moment, so you can do that too, whatever feels comfy. 3, 2, and relax. Dynamic swan. Hands, hover, add on. Inhale. Act like you're the bottom of a rocking chair, lower down. Lift up both thighs. Gorgeous. And lower your thighs. Lift up your upper back. Peel up like you're peeling a sticker off the floor. Good, Marty. Lower down. Good, Abby. And then lift up your legs. Lower your legs. Lift up your back. Let your hands assist. Nice, Rick. Good, Molly. Lower down. 5. Upper body. You're on your own, and I just want you to enjoy it. This is so good for the whole back body. Your breath is coordinating with your movement. Inhale, facilitate extension right here. Exhale, facilitate flexion. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Let's hold this one. 8. Your elbows point down towards the floor. That'll help you externally rotate. That'll help you get in the correct muscles as opposed to the neck. Pull your belly away from the floor. 5. You have energy in your legs, but you're not death gripping your glutes or your feet or your toes. 3. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Now either Do a swan or a sphinx. So you can be here, or if you would like to, hold on to your feet and lift up. 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. You can do either one. 4, 3, 2. Lower. Now we're going to do it one more time. Go up. 8, 5, 3, 2, and 1. That was great. Hands under your head. Lift up your legs. Tap your feet 20 times before we add on a stretch. Lift them up. Knees off the floor. Tap those feet. Inhale. And then exhale. You can do a child pose. Knees wide for diaphragmatically breathing, like your belly is going to fill up that space between your knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take a rotation. You can lie on your back. Take 10 seconds to roll down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. That was gorgeous. 2, 1. Now lengthen the left leg. Take the right knee over until your hips are stacked. This hip is far away from your ribs. Take the right arm open. Open. Now you're going to take it into a Y or a T. It's going to feel fabulous wherever it is. It does. If it feels awkward and off the mat and you're in pain, lower the hand. Left hand keeps this leg in place. So you may have to realign, but basically you want to feel your chest and shoulders, your upper back, your lower back, your hips. If this is uncomfortable, you can also put a pillow under your knees. Now look over to that other hand. Let's relax here. Inhale. And on the exhale, use your abdominals to gently come back into neutral. Realign the spine, right leg long, left knee down twist. Realign if you need to. This hip is far away from the ribs. Left arm draws circles, 3 at least. Now leave that arm out, probably like a Y or a T. Your other hand, right hand, acts like a paperweight, holds that knee in place. That feels so good. And you can imagine that you're wringing out all the tensions in your body, in your spirit, in your mind. Just like you wring out a wash rag, you fill it with clean water and you wring out all the impurities. So we're doing that here. Can you let go any more in your face? Can you relax your shoulder any more? Pull your back, let go. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, gently come back. Realign. Slowly turn to me. We're going to take a quad stretch. So most of us are going to take this top foot in our hand and pull the ribs down and the pubic bone up. That's going to get this full hip flexor. Some of you, most of us will stay right there. Some of you, though, are going to look like this in the stretch. This is a lot more advanced, so please don't force yourself. Rib down, thigh in. But if this is for you, it's definitely for you. It's like black licorice. You either love it or you don't want anything to do with it. But this is one of my faves. So this is
is another thing you can do is get on one of those long rollers and lie on your spine vertically on the roller, and this is a great stretch. So everyone looks good. The main thing is you feel an opening here. That's the intention of the posture, and that's what we're always going after. There's a million ways to get postures, and none of them should hurt. So hold 5. Breathe low in the diaphragm. That'll also stretch out those muscles that attach on the lumbars. 3. On the 1, let's do the other 1. You're either lying on your side, holding onto that foot in neutral, rib down, pubic bone up. Good, Michelle. Good, Evie. Right? And then some of you, if you have a roller, you're lying on that roller and you're taking it, or you're on your back and you're, let me make so you can see. I'm all blue today so that you can see good. Either one's fine, as long as you're getting this stretch. Everything is really good. Clear the back, yeah. Arms overhead adds another element of fascia. Now add that low breath, because we're also helping the nervous system here. The parasympathetic nervous system is healing and rejuvenating, and so much in life we're in the other. We're in the sympathetic, cortisol-driven, fight or flight, fawn or feign. We want to bring the hormones back to a healthy, healing place, creating our own inner sacred healing cave. And when you're ready, you can rest in Shavasana, or if you'd like to take a bound angle, you can do that. And if you're bound angle, like a little support, you can also put your hands there. I just want you to find a place where you can relax your mind. Your eyes closed. I'm going to be coming up. Please stay where you are. I just want to see how you're doing. Your eyes are closed. Yes, that looks good. That looks relaxing. Good, Evie. And letting go. And just let your body stay here as long as you want. Normally, I take you through a longer meditation. Today, I'm just going to let you do it as long as you want. Give yourself permission to at least stay here 5 cycles of inhale and exhale. And please feel my energy towards you as healing, restorative, and for your highest good. Thank you all so much for coming.